A delegation from the Federation of Indian American, based in Atlanta, recently concluded their annual Congressional Tea event in Washington, D.C. During this significant gathering, several key figures within the NFIA shared insights on their discussions and meetings with high profile dignitaries. Raj Razlan, president of NFIA, outlined the event's 3-day agenda, which included meetings with the Indian ambassador and a briefing at the White House. The delegation covered various critical topics, including a resolution concerning the tragic Seattle incident and the in depth conversations about India US relations, the Kashmir issue, and other relevant matters.
We had a 3-day event. We had a congressional tea, and after the congressional tea, we went and met at the ambassador's house. We had tea there, the embassy officials, and then we came to the White House and we had a White House briefing.
What are the main issues for the community that you raised at these meetings?
The main issues that were raised by the community is that we had a resolution passed for the Seattle killing of the young lady. So we asked what was done about that. At the congressional tea, we had Senator Ossoff come and talk to us about India-US relationship. And we also had Mr. Sazawal come and talk to us about Kashmir issue. We had Mr. Singh talk to us about the convention.
Dr. Hari Singh emphasized the importance of the Indian American community's active involvement in the electoral process, both in choosing the country's president and local candidates. He underscored how this participation could further strengthen India US relations, focusing on social, economic, and cultural aspects. At the White House, the delegation's primary focus remained on foreign policy within the context of India US relations, where partners provided their valuable insights.
He's a very popular Democrat from this area, as Shekhar Narasimha, who is very familiar with this Democratic administration at that time, and he focused on our Indian American community getting more and more involvement in the voting process for electing a reasonably favorable president for the country, and in their respective state selecting their local uh, legislatures for their own states, so that they could be helpful in promoting our India-US relationship, is very critical for us. We all Indians living here, that was the purpose here, to establish our cordial relationship with our lawmakers and reach out with our own issues. Maybe say not political, social, economical, cultural. So all those are important part of the NFIA mission. But right now, today, at the White House, the presentation was mostly on the US-India relations in reference to the foreign policy. That was very successful. Recently, we have seen G20, we have seen what is going on with the overall India over Kashmir, and so many meetings. And also, he described very well what happened in terms of NASA and ISRO related coordination. So that were the major issues we discussed, and there were other our partners present in the meeting. They expressed their own views and thoughts what they can do. It was a very productive meeting for our point of view. Our purpose was to establish a better relationship between the administration and the.
Sunny Gabawala, Executive Vice President of NFIA, highlighted the organization's mission to bridge the gap between India and the US. He stressed the importance of their meetings with the US Congress offices, during which discussions encompassed key issues such as Kashmir, visa related concerns, and the involvement of Indian US citizens in the voting process. The delegation also received briefings on bipartisan support for India US relations from Congress, the Senate, Democrats, and Republicans. The collaboration between the world's largest and oldest democracies hold the promise of strengthening both nations' economies.
As NFIA being the umbrella organization, our concerns were to be a bridge between the for the Indo-U.S. relationship. So we began our kickoff with the Congressional tea, and in spite of the I have in spite of the threat, the shutdown threat, we were able to manage. The shutdown was was avoided, and we managed. Senator Ossoff from the Atlanta, Georgia, came, and he blessed us with his kickoff. And there were some members from the Congressional U.S. Congress offices representative came, and they gave us they briefed us. And then we had our community leaders. There was a discussion about the Kashmir issue. There was discussion about the visas. There was discussion about Indian U.S. American citizen participate into the voting and exercise their voting rights. Then the day 2, we were invited to the Indian Embassy. We met for a tea, and we were graced by the Chief of the Staff at the Indian Embassy, and we were Mr. Jagmohan. And we were fortunate to have an interaction and dialogues, and we expressed our views with them. And today we are here at the White House. Today is the last day, and at the White House we were briefed by the 2 chief of the staff, one for the President Chief of Staff Office and one from the Indian relation officer. So at the end of the day, we were we were briefed with the India-U.S. relation, the bipartisan support from the U.S. Congress and the Senate and the Democrats as well, Republicans. And he briefed us about the relations and the tie-ups for the exchange of the nuclear, the military, the technology, in the medical field, in the manufacturing field. So the exchange of the technology and the relation between the largest democracy and the oldest democracy is coming to closer, and they're working together so that way to strengthen the economy of the both countries and to safeguard the nations. And the main purpose is, their goal is to achieve the green energy and save the earth.
This annual Congressional Tea event continues to serve as a platform for constructive dialogue and collaboration, fostering mutual understanding and fostering stronger ties between India and the United States.